just had to get back on here real quick and say that it really don't hurt until it hits home. It really don't hurt until it hits home. Like when we come to God and we get linked up with God, again, I was talking about yesterday how a lot of the kids nowadays, they think that coming to God is a means of gaining financially, as a means to be profitable. That's when the blessings can come and God start raining all of this goodness on you, and it's a complete opposite, you guys. It is the complete opposite. When you come to God and you come to Christ, that's when you get hit with becoming meek and lowly. That's when you get hit with becoming meek and lowly, and you start to think of yourself less and other people more. And a lot of times people want to think that you just supposed to get what you're supposed to get when you come to Christ, but it's the complete opposite. And nowadays people think that it's a monetary gain coming to Christ. It's a monetary gain, and it's not true. No, you get everlasting life. You get the opportunity to be in his presence and him in your presence. It's time to do a crying out. It's time to do a crying out. It's time to do a crying out, y'all. Because if not, we're going to just continue to perpetuate the cycle of brokenness. So it's time to do a crying out. It's time to become low, meek and lowly. Think of yourself less and other people more. People that's out here hurting. Everywhere you turn around on the internet, it's somebody, some female that's got no clothes on, and she thinks she's fine, and she thinking she doing the most, and she thinking she's untouchable. Or you looking at some man that's calling out some female for being like that, and he's broken, and he's not willing to take up the lack of his homeboy, or telling his homeboy, hey man, you need to stop that, you need to go and help your family, or you need to go ahead and do this. Or everybody looks at everybody like if they doing better than them, and nobody's doing better than nobody. Nobody's doing better than nobody. Everybody's out here hurting because you think you got a piece of car, you got a piece of clothes, you're able to go take a trip somewhere. You think you're doing better than somebody? No, everybody is out here broken. Everybody is out here flawed flesh. Ain't none of us Jesus. Ain't none of us God. Don't none of us have the power to heal, because we can't become meek and lowly. God knows what it is to be pooped on. God knows what it means to be slapped in the face. You keep trying to help somebody, save them, give them life, and they keep taking it for granted. God knows this. God feels this. We are made in his image and his likeness, and he's trying to get us to get back to his goodness. He's trying to get us to be back in his presence, to be holy, to be clean, to be without shame, to be without pain. He's trying to get us back to that, but we too busy thinking that we better than somebody, while these men and while these women is out here suffering, and it's perpetuating the cycle. We just perpetuating the cycle, while the world and the enemy is laughing at us. The world and the enemy is laughing at us, especially the ones that claim that they're Christian, but they do more than a little bit than the people that's out on the street. Got forever the word and Bible scriptures on your tongue, but you still out here fornicating, going behind closed door, being petty with somebody, trying to think you better than somebody, and not willing to put somebody before yourself. And it's going to take time. It's going to take time for people to get there, but you have to be willing and able to get there. That's all I hear. That's all I'm surrounded by is, oh, I got my nails done. Oh, I'm going here. Oh, I'm going there. Oh, I'm in. And that ain't got nothing to do. That's not doing nothing for nobody. That's not doing nothing for nobody. All of the news talk, all of this stuff, that's not doing nothing for nobody. But keeping people in a state of distraction, in a state of thinking that they got stuff going on for themselves, and they ain't got nothing going on for themselves. It's sad. It's sad. People out here really thinking they living their best life. People really out here think they got the game and gone with it. People really out here thinking that they doing the most, and they somebody that should be envied. What? And then ready to look down on the next person. Ready to look down on the next person because they have no understanding. They have no wisdom of what true living is, of what true joy is, of what true peace is. They have no understanding, no recollection of that. Because all they know is party, drink, smoke, sex, drugs, lie, kill, steal. That's all we know. That's all we brought up in. And that's all we stay in until we try to break the cycle and break the dysfunction and link up with God for real. And when you link up with God for real, that's becoming low. But when you come low, ain't nowhere else for you to go. When you get so low, ain't nowhere else for you to go but up. And you'll be lifted up and taken up with Christ when you allow yourself to be taken low. But it's time to cry out. It's time to put away childish things and pettiness and all this shadiness, beefing over what? Over what? Over what? These kids is out here suffering. These kids is out here suffering because their parents is out here suffering. And nobody wants to get healed. Nobody wants to get healed. We just worried about the next high, the next drunk, the next party, the next turn up, the next wig, the next piece of booty, the next layup. That's all we worried about. And it don't hurt until it hit home. It don't hurt until it hit home. And then they even making that to be something to be monetized or something to be looked at as a turn up. Putting people's faces on t-shirts and balloon releases and stuff. Where was all of this? Why wouldn't you be enough for that person when they needed helping hand with their kid, or when they needed a shoulder to cry on, or when they needed something to eat? Instead, again, like I said, we like to talk about people. Oh, they ain't doing better than us. They always lying, stealing, and we boast and be glad when people do bad. We boast and do and just happy that people fall. At least they ain't upping me. They ain't doing better than me. It's sad out here. It's time to cry out. It's time to cry out. It's time to get with God. And God's not about to be playing with us too much longer. I feel this in my spirit. God is not about to be playing with us too much longer. He's giving us time. And it's not in his will that any of us should perish. And it shouldn't be in any of our wills that any of our people should perish. Even the people on the street that you don't even know is your brother and your sister. That's it. That's all. I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.